Hello and welcome back to Magical Diary. Let us continue. What should I do this week? Green, and green. I was considering doing a de-stressing at the end of that, but excellent. 3 green. I'm getting pretty close to the end of this now, I think, so if I can get green pretty close to max, that'd be excellent. Ooh, drain life, that could be useful. In the middle of the night, someone bangs on the door. Wake up! Everybody come to the gym! What's going on? It's storming outside. What? Is there a tornado? No, it's the Thunder Dance! What? Get your shoes on, we have to stomp. Apparently, during the first thunderstorm of April, we're required to dance around and scream and basically make as much noise as possible. Which is some sort of fun, but having been woken up in the middle of my sleep cycle, I feel dizzy. Everything seems a bit surreal. Dark shapes flutter around me, illuminated by the occasional spark of lightning and later fire. Fire dancing. We're shooed to the safety of the walls, while a few of the upperclassmen take turns weaving fire around themselves as they twist and spin. I can't see how they're doing it. Is the fire attached to anything, or are they controlling it solely with their minds? William turns out to be one of the best, keeping multiple streams of fire whipping dangerously around his limbs. Their skills must be terrifying in a duel. But for the rest of us, there is only stomping and howling until we collapse from exertion and we can finally go back to bed. I need more sleep. Excellent. So yes, I'll have to de-stress early next week, I think. Hey, doing pretty well for green magic now. Ellen is working on something at her desk, but she keeps pausing and staring at me. What? Do I have something on my face? No, I'm trying to decide. Decide what? Whether or not I'm ready? But I guess I could try. I mean, I trust you. So if I do this wrong, nothing bad should happen, I think. Do what wrong? I want you to become part of a mystical conspiracy. What? A conspiracy. A group of people working together in secret. There are lots of secret societies here already. There's the Rose Cross and the Midnight Poets and the Bullinghorns Club, but I think that's just a group of seniors getting together to get drunk and smash things. There are probably more, but they're secret. So I want us to start our own conspiracy. We can perform rituals together and become powerful. And then we can take over the world. Except not really. So can you join my conspiracy? You'll have to go through some tests. That's important in creating a good secret society. Alright, I'm game. Good. What do I have to do? We need a better place to do the initiation. Come to the gym with me tonight when it's dark. Okay. After dark, Ellen and I sneak out to the gym. Welcome, Initiate. Initiate? Don't tease, we have to do this right. Otherwise it won't be believable as tradition later. Okay. Do you pledge to always seek the truth? Yes. Do you promise to offer all your knowledge to the conspiracy when it is needed, unless prevented by other promises? Okay. Do you promise to keep the secrets of the conspiracy, except when it is necessary to aid the truth? I guess. Alright, now look away while I set this bit up. At least I don't have to wear a blindfold. Ellen has placed 5 coloured candles on the floor, and a small block of stone beyond them. I'm going to show you a very small red spell. It's a pinprick, very simple. She talks me through it. It is a very easy spell. What's this for? This represents how we're learning the 5 colours of magic. I have to test members to see if one of the colours has chosen them. Then we record your name and colour in the official records. Pick up each colour candle in turn, and then cast the pinprick spell with the stone. Okay. I cast the spell 5 times. Now, did your spell feel more powerful when you were touching any of those colours? Wonder what wait a minute does. Well, I am a fan of red magic, but blue's pretty awesome. Let's go with... I'm curious to know what the wait a minute option does. I think it was the strongest when I was touching the red candle. Very well. Ellen pulls out a fancy scroll and writes something on it. You are now a minion of the Bayesium conspiracy. Minion? How come I'm just a minion? Because it's my conspiracy. That's not fair. Well, if it makes her happy. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowance is delivered. What should I do today? Studying time. Studying on my own. Excellent. It's a lovely day, so I go for a walk across the campus. In the distance, I can see Ko and me walking arm in arm. I guess they made up. Duck! I dodge quickly as something flies overhead. Whoops! Sorry about that! She retrieves her soccer ball. It's still a lot easier to control that with my foot than with a spell. Well, you've got 3 more years of classes to work on it, right? True. Come kick some goals with me? Yeah, sure, I guess. Soon enough, our freshman year will be over. Yes, they're deliberately hinting that I'm getting near the end of this game. Beg pardon. Oh, let's plan next week. Well, for a start, let's de-stress, then green, 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 and another de-stress. No, sleep. Green magic. Something wrong? Kind of. I told Professor Potsdam. I told her to do it. To do what? To make my family forget about me. For good. Oh. I can't go back. I don't belong there anymore. They'll be happier without me. But will you be happier without them? Probably. I mean, I'll miss them, but I'll miss the way they used to be. I can't be happy living with people who don't want me there. You deserve to be appreciated. Yeah. So, do you want to stay with my family? No. I think it's better for me to stay here. There's so much for me to learn here. I'll have access to the library and plenty of time to practice. I guess that makes sense. Two green magic, two stress. I'm probably not going to end up maxing out green, I don't think. I noticed that Ellen is still in bed, well after her usual time to get up on a weekday. Are you feeling okay? I'm fine. I'm just staying in today. You're slacking off? Maybe I'm rubbing off on you. Today's Good Friday. Oh. That's not an official holiday here, though. I know, I just thought it would be nice to have a quiet day. Well, I guess that makes sense. Get a nap, reduce some stress, good. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. What should I do today? More studying. Let's see if we can get our smarts all the way up to 50. Alright, next week. What should I do this week? Green, 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 green. Doing pretty well for green magic. As I'm walking across the grounds, I see a group of people up ahead near a makeshift sign. When I get closer, I can see that it reads Dance Lessons, $20. Dance lessons? Jacob suddenly steps out from the crowd and bows to me. That's the name of the game. I promise to make you light on your feet so you can make a better showing at the May Day Ball. How exactly? I'll dance with you, give you a few pointers. Isn't $20 a bit high priced for a single dance? I'm worth every dime. Not really, it's a fundraiser. Every class is expected to contribute to the ball. And since this is the first formal dance some people will have been to, this will give them a chance to polish off those rough edges. I'll pass. Suit yourself. I might have been tempted, but I don't actually have $20 at the moment, so... Excellent. Hey. Thick hide. Limited time all damage done to the target is automatically reduced. Cool. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. What should I do today? Studying time. Must be really difficult to get your smarts up to 50. Then again, I suppose if you completely ignore... You know, if I'd got red and blue and then focused on studying constantly, just get my smarts up, I'd probably been able to do it. I feel like this is probably about the last week. Yeah, this is it. The end of the school year. 2 more days of classes, then final exams, then the ball, and then we go home. Alright. 1 more class of green, 1 day of studying. Okay. I was hoping to get it up to 85, but 83 will do fine. On Tuesday morning, someone knocks at our door. Good morning. Here are your exam schedules for the day. She hands us a piece of paper. Wait, there's a mistake. We're all scheduled for the same time. Didn't you know? The final is a group exam. Does that mean if one of us fails, we all fail? I'm not sure. I guess we'll all find out. Excellent. So I'm up to 50 smarts, which is good. After the class period, we arrive for our exam, as instructed. Don't know why, but that seems logical. All 3 of us. Hello, my spirited fillies. Today's exam works a bit differently than usual. You're all going into the dungeon together. Your task is to find the crystal orb and use your energy to light it up before time runs out. It will not be easy to find and you will face many dangers, so you need to work together to conquer this challenge. Good luck! She claps her hands and the world starts to spin. For a moment after the teleport, I'm not sure what's happened. All around is complete blackness. Am I in a dungeon? Am I lost somewhere in a void? I'm standing on something, I think. Then Ellen casts a light spell, and our surroundings become dimly visible. We're in a vast dark space, empty and silent, far from any wall or landmark. Put that light out, it might attract monsters. But we can't see. If we all huddle around it, the light won't get far. We crouch close together. Okay, now what? We wait for a moment, but this time no booming voice speaks overhead. Apparently Professor Potsdam's instructions are all we get. The rest is up to us. Well, let's see which way we need to go. She casts a spell, and the air around us swirls faintly. That's strange. That usually gives me a direction. I guess we'll have to look the hard way. The crystal has to be out there somewhere. This place is huge, and we have a time limit. We need a plan. I have an idea. They both stop and look at each other. We need to find the crystal. That's the goal. That's how we win. We need to find the boss monster. There's bound to be one, and if we don't handle the main threat, it could sneak up on us. Helen's right. It's the crystal that matters. We could defeat dozens of monsters and still fail the exam if we don't reach the goal in time. I don't know about dozens, but I'd like to try. Some other time. Sure, fine. So how do we do this? We don't know how big this place is, but it's obviously pretty big. And there's a time limit, so I think the trick here is going to be figuring out how to search the most efficiently. Do you guys know fast speech? No. Me neither. Oh. Well, I can probably keep a connection with both of you. I just haven't tried it before, but I'm sure it'll be fine. What I'm going to do is touch your mind here while we're together. Then if we keep that contact going, we can split up and still find each other later. Okay. I can feel Ellen's thoughts, like a child tapping on my hand for attention. I relax and let her in. How long will this last for? I'm not sure. But if the connection drops, stop what you're doing and hold still. That way you'll still be in a lone location and we can re-establish. Anyway, we should move out. We're probably trapped, so don't run. And use detection spells if you have them. If you see anything, crystals, monsters, anything, stay still and think it. Let's go. We split up, moving through the darkness. There's an awful lot of darkness out there. If I do use any detection spells, I'll have to cast them many times over to do any good. Use True Sight. I'm not sure how much good True Sight will do, when I can barely see at all. Most of the time the spell appears to do precisely nothing. I do want to spot a nasty tangle of previously invisible knives, which could have done me damage if I hadn't avoided it. According to Ellen, I'm occasionally walking in circles. Either I'm more confused than I realise, or some kind of trap is redirecting me despite my precautions. We each creep around, comparing notes on what we're seeing, and at long last we strike pay dirt. There's a strong magical signature in one direction, which must be the crystal we're looking for. Unfortunately, there's also a group of monsters in the vicinity. We can go around them, but if we get to the crystal, they'll probably notice us. Ellen insists that violence is not the best answer, but there are too many of them to teleport them away. Someone will have to act as lure and get them to leave the crystal alone. And naturally, since I'm the best runner, the job of bait falls to me. My job is to find the monsters, get just close enough for them to notice me, and then run like a rabbit. When I get far enough, Ellen will teleport me. Of course, that sounds a lot easier as a plan than when I've actually got the shadows snapping at my heels. I'm pretty fast, but so are they, and I might need to slow down so the teleport can grab me safely. One of them managed to slash me with its claws. Hurry up, Ellen! Another blow. This isn't good. Finally, I feel the teleportation take hold. Janlin, are you okay? Oh, sort of. What went wrong? I ran out of energy. I had to get Virginia's help to teleport you, so it took longer than I planned. Sorry. I'm hurt. I think I'm down to 25% health. But if this is the crystal we're looking for, it won't matter anymore. So this is it? It looks magical, alright. How do we make it work? I don't know. She said we should put our energy into it. Look, there are little indentations around the edge. I think we put our hands there. Virginia steps closer and touches the rim of the pedestal. Energy sparkles to life within the crystal. My turn now. I feel a strange wrestling sensation as power flows out of me and into the crystal. Finally, Ellen approaches the crystal. I don't think I have enough magic left to light it up. Does that mean we lose? Not necessarily. I could take power from one of you if you have enough strength. Virginia shrugs. Sure, go for it. Ellen casts a spell and draws magical energy out of Virginia. Then she touches the crystal, causing it to throb and sparkle with light. Is that it? Are we done? The familiar sensation of teleportation washes over us. We find ourselves standing in the sunlight on the main quad. Congratulations, all of you! You have successfully completed your freshman year. That'll be 5 merits for each of you. Now go and relax. You have a dance coming up. Enjoy! We did it. We're done. There are no classes tomorrow, or today. Everyone's relaxing, making plans for the dance and getting their pictures taken for the yearbook. Funny, at my old school, picture day was near the beginning of the year, but here it's almost literally last minute. The whole thing has to be finished overnight. This is it. The last day. After the dance, my parents will come and take me home. Which means I need to sort out what I'm doing for the dance. All this time, Ellen's been telling me to wait, to keep quiet, to keep a secret. Maybe now, at last, we can get started. Ellen? Eek. She grabs a box I'd barely noticed and shoves it under a pillow under her bed. Hi? You couldn't have knocked? But I live here. And that is exactly why I wanted to wait. How am I supposed to have any secrets to surprise you with if you're in my room watching me get dressed? I won't peek. You're not supposed to see my dress until you meet me for the dance. Meet you? That's how a date works, right? We could give each other a corsage, but I don't think Professor Potsdam would like it if we tore up the flowers. Right. So, if I'm not supposed to see you get dressed, and I'm not supposed to meet you somewhere else in order to escort you to the dance, we're escorting each other. Where am I supposed to get dressed? Oh, right. I hadn't thought of that. I guess I could get dressed in the bathroom, but you might get your clothes dirty. Well then, what would you suggest? She looks back and forth between the bed and me. How about you turn your back and let me sneak out of here, then I'll get dressed in Lena or Pastel's room. I'm sure she won't mind. I'll meet you in front of the gym this evening, alright? Alright. It's really rather cute seeing her take charge like this. So, now I need to get ready. Let's put on the party dress. Ooh, I can change the dress colour. It's depressing how happy that makes me. I'm not a massive fan of green. Purple's a bit much. Actually, no, I quite like the sort of bluey purple. No idea what that's changing. Oh no, that's actually changing the shade. Ah, okay. So that sort of intensity. Ah, I quite like that one. I think I'm going to go with that. I wait in the darkness for my date to arrive. Janlin? Do I look alright? You look adorable. Thanks. You look pretty nice too. So what now? I guess we go in. She holds out her hand to me, saying nothing except with her eyes. I place my palm over hers and squeeze her hand. Let's go. The ceiling shimmers with translucent rainbow spheres, like enormous soap bubbles that never burst. The walls are masked with climbing ivy, and the stage is surrounded with flowers. The girl standing on the stage, I think she's a senior in Snake Hall, wears a long white dress and a wreath of flowers and silver stars. No one is dancing yet. Instead, we wait in a slowly moving line. Every guest at the dance, either alone or with their date, or in some cases, dates, must process across the gym floor and bow a curtsy to the Queen of May. Then they stand aside, and the next subject approaches. It means everyone has a moment in the spotlight to show off clothing and partners. Ellen's hand is warm in mine, and the smile on her face is radiant. We curtsy and withdraw. We wait quietly with the rest of the students as the processions continue. The very last girl to walk up the aisle is a junior that I don't know, whose hair is both blonde and pink at the same time. Instead of curtsying before the stage, she walks up the stairs and kneels before the Queen, who places the crown of flowers on her head. Everyone applauds, and then the music begins. You know, I don't actually have a lot of experience with dancing, especially with a girl. Well, I don't know everything either. We both look at each other, confused and shy, and then suddenly Ellen laughs. I wish I knew everything. Even if it meant turning into Professor Potsdam. That wouldn't be so bad. Maybe, but I'd much rather be here with you than with her. Oh. Why are you here with me? I mean, I know you said, but what? It's hard to believe that anyone would want to be dancing with me, dating me, except as a joke. You think I... No, not really. I don't think you're like that, but... I know I always wanted things to be, and I know how things usually are. I kept putting you off and saying I had a good reason, but mostly I was giving you time to change your mind, or get involved with someone else. And then it wouldn't be my fault, and it wouldn't be your fault, and we could just let it go, and I could remember the romance we almost had, no hard feelings. Do you want me to leave? No! Life has gotten kind of complicated lately, and every time I think I've got a handle on it, it changes again. I like knowing how things work, I like doing things the right way. But I also know that if I want to learn, I have to try. So I'd like to try dancing with you now. Good. So who leads? I lead. You've got better hips. Together, we take the floor. I put my hands on Ellen's shoulders, blushing slightly at the warmth of her skin. Her cheeks are pink too, but her eyes are sparkling at me. As the song goes on, we relax, moving together more comfortably. Finally it ends, and we stand there, smiling at each other. So, if this were a perfect storybook romance, what would happen now? Are you sure you want to find out? I'm sure. Well then, something like this. She leans forward and kisses me, soft and sweet. Flushed from the dance and the warmth of the nearness of her, I kiss her back. When we finally part, I half expect the room to break out in applause. But why should they? We're just a perfectly normal couple, going about our lives. Just a couple, dancing together, surrounded by sparkles on a night of magic. Aww, isn't that sweet? And so, the school year came to an end. We were freshmen no longer. Over the summer, we would look back at our yearbooks and remember the friends we had made, while thinking about the adventures still to come. There's a lot of the magic out there, waiting. Janlin Cresta, Smarts 50, Strength 22, Cute 15, Weird 5, Red 65, Blue 95, Green 78, White 3, Black 4, 25 merits. Romance with Ellen Middleton. Future career, Impossible Architecture. Voted most likely to go regimental. I have no idea what that even means. In dreams and in love, everything is possible. Ellen. Horses forever, Virginia. And see you next year, Minnie Cochran. And that was a complete run through of Magical Diary. And oh, it's kind of sweet in its own way. I will be doing a full review of this game and uploading it when it gets done. I'm trying to stick to a sort of fortnightly schedule for anyone who was wondering, so let's play, review, let's play, review, let's play, review, etc, etc. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in future videos.